The world rushes, doesn't it? A blur of noise, demands, anxieties. Do you feel that deep ache for stillness, for a moment to simply be before the storm? That lost potential as another dawn slips by, uncherished. There is a quiet power waiting for you in those early hours. Stay with me, truly listen, for the final practice I will share is the one that anchors all others. It changes everything. Inner stillness. We often speak of winning the day as if it is a battle to be fought, and in some ways perhaps it is, but the truest victory, the one that resonates deep within the core of your being, is not one against external forces. It is one within. It is the victory over inertia, over the seductive whisper of just a few more minutes of unconsciousness, over the ingrained habit of letting the world dictate your first thoughts, your first feelings. The early morning, that sacred space between the dream world and the full awakening of the day, offers a unique sanctuary. It is a time when the world is quiet, not just externally, but often internally as well. The mind, if gently guided, can access a profound stillness that is so often elusive once the sun climbs higher and the demands of life begin their chorus. Think of a still lake at dawn. Its surface perfectly mirrors the sky, the trees, the emerging light. This is the state we seek for the mind. But if you throw a stone into that lake, ripples spread, distorting the reflection. The day's demands, the urgent emails, the news alerts, these are the stones. By waking before these stones begin to fall, you give yourself the chance to experience that undisturbed reflection, to see yourself and the world with a clarity that is simply not available later. This isn't about forcing the mind to be empty. That is a common misunderstanding. It is about allowing the sediment of thought to settle, to observe the thoughts that arise without judgment, without attachment. In this quiet observation, a space is created. And in that space, true understanding can begin to blossom. It is in this inner stillness that you cultivate the resilience to meet the day, not with frantic energy, but with a calm, centered presence. This stillness is not a passive state. It is an active cultivation, a gentle guiding of awareness back to the present moment, back to the breath, back to the simple sensation of being. It is the foundation upon which a truly one day is built. The victory is the peace you find before the world tells you who to be. The temptation, of course, is strong. The bed is warm, sleep is inviting. The mind, so adept at creating narratives, will whisper reasons to stay. You need more rest. It won't make a difference. You can start tomorrow. These are the voices of resistance, the guardians of old patterns. To overcome them is not an act of aggression, but an act of gentle, persistent discipline. It is understanding that the long-term benefit, the profound shift in your experience of life, far outweighs the fleeting comfort of a few extra moments of sleep. Consider the farmer. The farmer does not curse the dawn. The farmer rises with it, understanding that the early hours are precious for sowing seeds, for tending to the young plants before the harshness of the midday sun. You are, in essence, a farmer of your own inner landscape. The early morning is your time to sow seeds of peace, clarity, and intention. What you cultivate in these quiet hours will determine the harvest of your day and ultimately the harvest of your life. This practice of finding inner stillness is not about adding another task to an already busy schedule. It is about fundamentally changing your relationship with the beginning of your day, transforming it from a source of stress and hurry into a source of nourishment and strength. It requires patience. It requires compassion for yourself when you falter. But each time you choose to rise, to sit, to simply be with yourself in that quiet dawn, you are strengthening a muscle of inner resolve. You are reclaiming a part of yourself that the noise of the world has tried to silence. And this, my friends, is a victory worth striving for day after day. The stillness you cultivate becomes a wellspring from which you can draw throughout all the challenges and activities that follow. The world outside will continue its frantic pace. The demands will not magically disappear, but your relationship to them will change. When you have grounded yourself in that early morning stillness, you meet the world not from a place of reactivity, but from a place of centered response. You are less likely to be pulled off balance by unexpected events or difficult interactions. Imagine a tree with deep roots. When the wind blows, the branches may sway, but the trunk remains firm. That inner stillness, cultivated in the quiet of the dawn, becomes your roots. It anchors you. It allows you to bend without breaking. This is not about becoming unfeeling or detached. It is about becoming more fully present, more capable of engaging with life from a place of clarity and strength rather than being swept away by its currents. The initial effort may feel significant, like pushing a heavy cart uphill, but with consistency, momentum builds. The resistance lessens. The rewards, the sense of peace, the clarity of mind, the feeling of being truly present in your own life, become their own motivation. The early morning then ceases to be a battleground and transforms into a sanctuary, a cherished time for connection with your deepest self. It's a gentle unfolding, not a forced march. And the beauty of it is that this sanctuary is available to you every single day. The choice is always there, waiting with the first light. Sun's greeting. There is a profound, almost primal connection that occurs when we intentionally greet the rising sun. It's more than just observing a beautiful natural phenomenon. It's an act of aligning ourselves with the rhythm of the cosmos, a rhythm that has governed life on this planet for eons. Our ancestors understood this. They lived by the sun, their days marked by its journey across the sky. In our modern lives, insulated by artificial light and schedules that often disregard natural cycles, we can easily lose this connection. Waking early specifically to witness or acknowledge the dawn is a way to reclaim it. It's a moment of humility, recognizing a power and a beauty far greater than ourselves. It's a reminder that we are part of something vast and interconnected. This greeting doesn't need to be an elaborate ritual. It can be as simple as standing by a window, stepping outside if possible, and consciously observing the first light as it breaks the horizon. Feel the subtle shift in the air, the gradual change in temperature, the colors painting the sky. Allow yourself to be present with this daily miracle. This act in itself can be a powerful form of meditation, a way to quiet the inner chatter and cultivate a sense of awe and gratitude. It sets a tone of reverence for the day ahead, a recognition of the gift of new beginnings. When you greet the sun, you are, in a sense, greeting the potential within yourself, the new energy that comes with each new day. It's an affirmation of life, of hope, of renewal. This simple act can recalibrate your entire system, reminding your body and mind of their natural attunement to the world around you. It helps to dispel the lingering shadows of the night, both literal and metaphorical, and invites a sense of clarity and purpose. The sun does not judge, it simply rises, offering its light and warmth to all. There is a profound teaching in this. By greeting it, we open ourselves to receive that unconditional offering, and perhaps to reflect some of that light in our own interactions throughout the day. It's a practice that costs nothing but offers immeasurable returns in terms of perspective and peace. The energy of the rising sun is unique. It's not the harsh, direct energy of midday, nor the mellow, reflective energy of sunset. It is an energy of emergence, of gentle power, of promise. By consciously aligning with this energy, you tap into a natural source of vitality. Think about how plants turn towards the sun, instinctively seeking its life-giving rays. We too, though perhaps less obviously, are nourished by this light. The simple act of witnessing the dawn can awaken dormant parts of ourselves, inspiring creativity, courage, and a renewed sense of purpose. It's a moment to pause before the doing begins, to simply be in the presence of this immense natural power. This isn't about worshipping the sun, but about respecting the natural order and recognizing our place within it. It's about cultivating a relationship with the world that is based on observation, appreciation, and alignment, rather than dominance or exploitation. When you make it a habit to greet the sun, you may find that your perception of time changes. The day feels longer, more spacious, not because you have more hours, but because you are more fully present in each moment, starting with the very first ones. The frantic rush that often characterizes modern mornings can be replaced by a sense of calm intentionality. This practice can also serve as a powerful anchor, no matter what challenges the previous day held or what uncertainties the coming day may bring. The sun rises. It is a constant, a reliable source of light and renewal. By connecting with this constant, you cultivate a sense of stability and hope within yourself. It's a reminder that even after the darkest night, there is always a new dawn. And by choosing to be present for it, you are choosing to embrace the fresh start that it represents. This greeting of the sun can also be an internal practice, especially if external circumstances prevent you from physically seeing the dawn. You can visualize the sun rising, feel its warmth spreading through your body, and acknowledge its symbolic meaning of new beginnings and illumination. The power lies in the intention and the conscious connection. The mind is a powerful tool capable of creating vivid inner experiences. By invoking the image and feeling of the rising sun, you can still tap into its symbolic energy. This makes the practice accessible to everyone, regardless of their living situation or the weather. The key is the internal shift, the turning of your awareness towards light, hope, and renewal. Over time, this daily greeting, whether physical or internal, can profoundly affect your outlook. It can help to cultivate a more positive and appreciative mindset. When you start your day by acknowledging something beautiful and powerful, it tends to color your perception of everything that follows. Small annoyances may seem less significant, and moments of joy may feel more profound. It's a subtle but powerful way to retune your inner instrument, allowing it to resonate more harmoniously with the world around you. The sun asks nothing of us, it simply gives. By taking a moment to acknowledge this gift, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of generosity, of cycles, and of the enduring power of nature. And in doing so, we find a simple yet profound way to enrich our own lives, one sunrise at a time. Mindful motion. Once you have greeted the dawn, once you have allowed that initial stillness to settle, the next step is to gently awaken the body. Not with jarring effort, not with the abruptness that often characterizes our rush into the day, but with mindful motion. This is not about a strenuous workout designed to push your limits. Rather, it is about cultivating a conscious connection between your mind and your body, about listening to what your body needs, and about moving in a way that honors its current state. Think of it as a gentle conversation, a way of saying good morning to your physical form. This could be simple stretches, a sequence of gentle yoga postures, tai chi, or even just slow, deliberate movements that lubricate the joints and awaken the muscles. The key is mindfulness. Pay attention to the sensations in your body as you move. Notice where there is tension and breathe into those areas. Notice where there is ease and appreciate that. This is not a performance. There is no right or wrong way, as long as the movement is done with awareness and respect for your body's limits. The early morning is a particularly potent time for this practice because the body is often still stiff from sleep and the mind is relatively quiet. This combination allows for a deeper level of introspection and a more acute awareness of physical sensations. By moving mindfully, you are not just warming up your muscles. You are also calming your nervous system and preparing your mind for the day ahead. This practice helps to bridge the gap between the stillness of sleep and the activity of wakefulness, creating a smooth and harmonious transition. It's about inhabiting your body fully, feeling its aliveness, and appreciating its capacity for movement. This mindful motion can also be a powerful tool for releasing any lingering mental or emotional residue from the previous day or from your dreams. As you stretch and move, imagine that you are creating space, not just in your physical body, but in your mind and heart as well. The benefits of mindful motion in the early morning are numerous. It improves circulation, increases flexibility, and can gently boost your energy levels without the artificial highs and lows of stimulants like caffeine. But perhaps more importantly, it cultivates a sense of presence and embodiment. In a world that often encourages us to live in our heads, disconnected from our physical selves, this practice is a powerful reminder that we are whole beings. Our physical well-being is inextricably linked to our mental and emotional well-being. By tending to the body with care and attention, we are also tending to the mind and spirit. Choose movements that feel nourishing and enjoyable to you. This is not about forcing yourself to do something you dislike. If the practice feels like a chore, you are less likely to sustain it. Experiment with different forms of gentle movement until you find what resonates with you. It could be as simple as a few minutes of conscious breathing combined with gentle neck rolls and shoulder shrugs, or it could be a more extended practice. The duration is less important than the quality of your attention. Even 5 minutes of mindful motion can be more beneficial than an hour of distracted exercise. The aim is to cultivate a loving awareness of your body, to listen to its wisdom, and to move in a way that supports its health and vitality. This practice can also help to ground you, especially if your mind tends to be very active or anxious in the morning. By focusing on the physical sensations of movement, you draw your attention away from racing thoughts and into the present moment. This can have a profoundly calming effect, setting a tone of centeredness for the rest of your day. Consider the way a cat stretches after a nap, a slow, deliberate unfolding of the body. There is an innate wisdom in that movement. We too can tap into this innate wisdom by learning to listen to our bodies and move in ways that feel natural and restorative. This early morning practice of mindful motion is an investment in your overall well-being. It's a way to honor the vessel that carries you through life, to prepare it for the tasks ahead, and to cultivate a deeper sense of connection with yourself. It's also an act of self-compassion. Instead of criticizing your body for its limitations or pushing it beyond its capacity, you are approaching it with kindness and acceptance. This shift in attitude can have far-reaching effects, influencing how you treat yourself in other areas of your life as well. As you move, bring your breath into the practice. Coordinate your breath with your movements. Inhale as you expand or lengthen. Exhale as you contract or release. This conscious breathing further enhances the mind-body connection and deepens the calming effects of the practice. The breath is a powerful anchor, always available, always guiding you back to the present. Over time, this combination of mindful movement and conscious breathing can become a moving meditation, a way to cultivate stillness in motion. It's a beautiful paradox. By moving with awareness, you can find a deeper sense of inner peace. And this peace, cultivated in the quiet of the dawn, will ripple out into all your activities, allowing you to move through your day with greater grace and ease. Purposeful dawn. Waking early, finding stillness, greeting the sun, and moving mindfully, these practices create a fertile ground. But for what? The next step is to imbue your dawn with purpose. This isn't necessarily about jumping into your most demanding work tasks immediately. It's about consciously choosing how you will engage with these precious early hours, aligning your actions with your deeper values and intentions. Without this element of purpose, the early morning can become just another empty space, or worse, a time for anxieties to creep in. Purpose acts as a rudder, guiding your energy and attention. This purpose can take many forms. For some, it might be a time for spiritual practice, meditation, prayer, or reading sacred texts. For others, it might be a time for learning, studying a new subject, reading insightful books, or engaging in contemplative writing. It could be a time for creative pursuits, writing, painting, playing music. Or it could be a time for deep strategic thinking, for planning your day or your week with clarity and focus, free from the distractions that will inevitably arise later. The key is that the activity should be something that nourishes you, something that feels meaningful, something that contributes to your growth or your sense of well-being. It should be an activity that you choose consciously, rather than something that is imposed upon you. This is your time, a gift you give yourself. How will you use it to cultivate the person you wish to become? How will you use it to plant seeds for the life you wish to live? These are the questions to ponder as you define your purposeful dawn. The beauty of a purposeful dawn is that it allows you to start your day proactively rather than reactively. So often, we wake up and immediately dive into our emails, social media, or the news. We allow the external world to dictate our first thoughts and emotions. This sets a reactive tone for the entire day. By contrast, when you dedicate your early morning to a purposeful activity of your own choosing, you are taking control. You are setting your own agenda, You are filling your cup before you are asked to pour from it. This sense of agency is incredibly empowering. It shifts your mindset from one of being a victim of circumstances to one of being a conscious creator of your experience. This doesn't mean that unexpected challenges won't arise later in the day, but when they do, you will meet them from a place of greater inner resourcefulness, having already invested in yourself and your own priorities. Consider what truly matters to you. What are your long-term goals? What kind of impact do you want to have in the world? What brings you a sense of joy and fulfillment? Use these reflections to guide your choice of early morning activities. If you value learning and growth, perhaps dedicate your dawn to reading or study. If you value creativity, use this time to nurture your artistic talents. If you value peace and connection, deepen your spiritual practice. The important thing is that the activity resonates with your authentic self. It should feel like an expression of who you are or who you are striving to be. This purposeful engagement also helps to combat the feeling of time slipping away. When you use your early hours intentionally, you create a sense of accomplishment and meaning right at the start of your day. This can have a powerful ripple effect, boosting your motivation and productivity throughout the hours that follow. It's like setting a compass. Once you have a clear direction, it's much easier to navigate the complexities of the day. The purpose you define for your dawn doesn't have to be monumental. Even small, consistent actions, when aligned with a larger intention, can lead to significant results over time. Perhaps your purpose is simply to cultivate a sense of gratitude. You could spend a few minutes writing down things you are thankful for, or perhaps your purpose is to connect with nature. You could spend your time observing the subtle changes in your garden or a nearby park. The scale of the activity is less important than the intention behind it. Is it moving you closer to the person you want to be? Is it enriching your life in a meaningful way? These are the guiding questions. And remember, this purpose can evolve. What feels right for you today might change in a few months or a few years. Be open to revisiting your intentions and adjusting your practices as you grow and change. The purposeful dawn is not a rigid prescription, but a flexible framework for making the most of these precious early hours. It is an invitation to live more consciously, more intentionally, and more joyfully, starting from the very first light. Silent strength. There is a unique quality of strength that is cultivated in silence, particularly in the silence of the early morning. It is not the boisterous strength of a warrior charging into battle, but the quiet, resilient strength of a mountain that withstands the storms, or the deep, unshakable strength of an ancient tree whose roots run far beneath the surface. This silent strength is forged in the crucible of inner discipline, in the consistent choice to rise before the world demands your attention, to sit with yourself, to confront your own distractions and resistance without an audience, without external validation. It is a strength born of self-awareness and self-mastery. When you choose to dedicate your early hours to practices that nourish your inner being, whether it's meditation, contemplation, or simply quiet reflection, you are building an inner reservoir of fortitude. This is the strength that allows you to remain calm in the face of chaos, to maintain your composure when provoked, to make wise decisions even under pressure. It is not an absence of feeling, but an ability to experience your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. This silent strength is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them, observing their arising and passing without being swept away. The early morning, with its inherent quietude, provides the ideal environment for this kind of inner work. There are fewer external stimuli vying for your attention, allowing you to turn your gaze inward and to become more intimately acquainted with the landscape of your own mind. This self-acquaintance is the foundation of true strength. For how can you master that which you do not understand? The practice of simply being silent, of resisting the urge to fill every moment with noise or activity, is itself a powerful discipline. We live in a world that is addicted to stimulation. The constant barrage of information, entertainment, and communication can leave us feeling fragmented and depleted. The early morning offers a respite from this, an opportunity to reconnect with the simple power of silence. In this silence, you can begin to hear the quieter voices within you, the voice of intuition, the voice of wisdom, the voice of your deepest aspirations. These voices are often drowned out by the clamor of daily life. By intentionally creating space for silence, you allow them to emerge. This is where true insights often arise, where creative solutions to problems can surface, where a deeper sense of purpose can be clarified. This silent strength also manifests as increased focus and concentration. When you train your mind to be still, even for short periods, you enhance its ability to concentrate when needed. This is invaluable in a world full of distractions. The ability to focus your attention intentionally is a superpower in the modern age, and this power is cultivated in those quiet moments of practice, in the gentle but firm discipline of bringing your mind back again and again from its wanderings. It's like strengthening a muscle. Each time you resist distraction and return to your point of focus, you are making that muscle stronger. This strength then serves you throughout your day, enabling you to work more effectively, to learn more deeply, and to be more present in your interactions. Furthermore, this silent strength fosters resilience. Life inevitably brings challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. The ability to navigate these difficulties without losing your inner balance is a hallmark of true strength. The practices undertaken in the quiet of the dawn, the cultivation of stillness, self-awareness, and emotional regulation, build this resilience. You become less reactive, less easily thrown off course by external events. You develop a capacity to absorb shocks, to learn from adversity, and to bounce back with renewed determination. This is not about becoming invulnerable. It is about becoming more adaptable, more resourceful, more capable of finding your way through difficulties with grace and wisdom. Think of water. Water is soft and yielding, yet it can wear away the hardest stone. This is the nature of silent strength. It is not rigid or brittle, but flexible and persistent. It is a strength that endures. The commitment to waking early, to engaging in these inner practices day after day, even when you don't feel like it, is itself an act of building this strength. It's a testament to your dedication to your own growth and well-being. And this strength, cultivated in the solitude and silence of your own inner world, will shine through in all your actions and interactions, bringing a quality of calm, centeredness, and quiet confidence to everything you do. It is a strength that comes not from an outward display, but from a deep inner knowing. Energy cultivation. The early morning is not just a time for quiet contemplation. It is also a powerful opportunity for the conscious cultivation of energy. I don't mean the frenetic, caffeine-induced energy that many people rely on to get through the day, but a deeper, more sustainable form of vitality, a life force, or qi as it is known in some traditions. This energy is not something you merely expend. It is something you can actively gather, refine, and direct. Waking early, when the body has rested and the mind is relatively clear, provides a unique window to tap into and enhance this vital energy. Practices such as specific breathing exercises, pranayama, gentle internal martial arts like qigong, or even focused visualization techniques can be incredibly effective in awakening and building this inner power. These are not just physical exercises. They are psychophysical practices that work on a subtle energetic level. The aim is to harmonize the flow of energy within the body, to remove blockages, and to increase your overall store of vitality. When your energy is abundant and flowing freely, you feel more alive, more resilient, more capable of meeting the demands of your day with enthusiasm and clarity. This is not about forcing or straining, but about working intelligently with your body's natural energetic systems. It's about learning to breathe in a way that nourishes you, to move in a way that circulates energy, and to focus your mind in a way that gathers and conserves it. This cultivated energy is different from the adrenaline-fueled rush that often comes from stress or excitement. It is a calm, steady, and centered energy that supports sustained effort and clear thinking. Consider your breath. The breath is the most fundamental and accessible tool for energy cultivation. Most of us breathe shallowly, using only a small portion of our lung capacity, especially when we are stressed or distracted. By learning to breathe deeply, consciously and rhythmically, you can significantly increase your energy levels and improve your overall well-being. There are many specific breathing techniques designed to invigorate, to calm, or to balance the system. Experiment with these in the early morning. Notice how different ways of breathing affect your physical sensations and your state of mind. For example, a few rounds of diaphragmatic breathing, allowing the belly to expand on the inhale and contract on the exhale, can be deeply calming and centering, while also improving oxygen intake. Other techniques might involve more vigorous breathing to awaken the system. The key is to approach these practices with awareness and to listen to your body's feedback. Alongside breathwork, gentle, flowing movements can also be highly effective for energy cultivation. Practices like Qigong or Tai Chi are specifically designed to stimulate the flow of Qi through the body's energy meridians. These movements are often slow, deliberate, and coordinated with the breath. They help to release tension, improve circulation, and balance the body's energetic field. Even if you don't engage in a formal practice, simply moving your body with an awareness of energy, feeling the aliveness in your limbs, the warmth spreading through your system, can be beneficial. The mind also plays a crucial role in energy cultivation. Where attention goes, energy flows. If your mind is scattered, your energy will be scattered. If your mind is focused and calm, your energy will be more coherent and powerful. Visualization can be a potent tool here. You can visualize yourself drawing in vital energy from the universe with each breath, filling your body with light and vitality. You can imagine this energy circulating through your system, clearing away any blockages and revitalizing every cell. This is not just wishful thinking. The mind has a profound influence on the body's physiological processes, including its energy levels. By consciously directing your thoughts and intentions towards health and vitality, you can actively participate in your own energizing process. This early morning cultivation of energy sets a powerful foundation for the entire day. Instead of starting depleted and relying on external stimulants, you begin with a reservoir of inner vitality. This allows you to approach your tasks with greater enthusiasm, to maintain your focus for longer periods, and to recover more quickly from stress or exertion. It's an investment in your most precious resource, your own life force. And like any cultivation, it requires patience, consistency, and a willingness to learn and adapt. But the rewards, a sustained sense of well-being, increased resilience, and a deeper connection to your own inner power are well worth the effort. This is about becoming a good steward of your own energy, learning to nurture it, protect it, and use it wisely.